And well, let's take a look at Ethereum actually. Well, yeah, let's take a look at Ethereum against Bitcoin first, because this is at the end of the day the most important metric. If you want to invest in Ethereum, you want to make sure that Ethereum is going to do well against Bitcoin, not against the US dollar, because all cryptocurrencies, basically all of them, will do well against the US dollar in this bull cycle. It will be extremely hard to lose money against the dollar. But against Bitcoin, that's the big challenge, right? That's the challenge. And look at this. Right now, I can bring you the update that Ethereum is finally breaking this yellow line that I've been talking so much about to you guys. This is the 0.0335 level approximately. It was, for example, this big head and shoulder neckline back here, remember? And everyone who watched my videos back there, you took an amazing short here where you basically sold Ethereum based on my signal here, and we actually very nicely came down to the target. Let me just show you real quick. Leave a thumbs up down below, guys, if you remember this. Look, exactly, we perfectly met my target down here, exactly as predicted. And in fact, you guys might also remember that right here, when we met the target, I also made a video telling you guys that I am selling 15 of my Bitcoin to buy Ethereum, and that's what I did here. Approximately 500 Ethereum I bought right there, and ever since we did see, of course, a pump, and then we did come back below my entry points, but I didn't sell my Ethereum because it was not a swing trade. It was more of a like a long term. I mean, long term in crypto for me, it's more like 1 year or so. So it was long term in crypto. I mean, long term, when you look at like stock investing and stuff, it's maybe like 10 years or 20 years, but crypto long term is 1 year, and basically this bull cycle. So I'm holding these Ethereum, and I'm gonna keep holding them until I feel like it's time to sell. But I will update you guys. That will be towards the end of this year probably. But look at this level here. What I'm saying is that this level is very important, very important. Because not only was it the neckline of the head and shoulders, we actually backtested it right there, and then we also saw a clear resistance right there, and also very recently right here. It is maybe the most important horizontal level in Ethereum ever we've seen here. And look at this, Ethereum is right now actually breaking above it. Let's go into the 1 hour and take a look at this. I want to see more follow through to be able to kind of confirm that this is happening, but we are seeing a pretty clear break on the 1 hour time frame. We didn't break above this wick there, but this wick is not really that important. I think that the important point should be probably, I guess some, yeah, like maybe right here or so, because of these previous wicks. But I think we just have to kind of wait and see if Ethereum is actually going to start getting more follow through here. So far, we didn't really see any significant amount of volume. We want to see more volume, I think. So look at this. This volume is not that amazing, right? We want to see, yeah, more volume. Remember that volume has to confirm the breakout. That's very important. And we did see a breakout out of this potential bull flag, right? And this is interesting because we did see a breakout. Didn't see so much volume, but we did see a breakout. And as I showed you before, the target out of this potential bull flag is the following. We do this, put this at the point of the breakout, which was right there, and you can see that this means that a Ethereum pump could happen all the way up to these levels. That would be 22% from the entry point right there, or 23%. So essentially, I think that Ethereum in the immediate short term is looking very strong against Bitcoin, and Ethereum could do well against Bitcoin in the next few days and weeks. That's what I'm basically, that's also important. So, all right, this is against the US dollar. And, well, first of all, we could talk about the trade we made. Congratulations to everyone who took this trade. I made a video telling you guys that if we break above this line here, 11,000 or 1,187, then this is a long position we can make over on Bybit, and we can take profits all the way up here at 1,239. So congratulations to everyone who took this trade here and who sold or took profits right here. Obviously you could have also held up here, but this was the trade from this point to this point. What we did basically was this. We just put this right here. with a small stop loss down here, like 1% or something like this. And what we also did was, whoops, like this, took profits here. So this was a 4% trade. But remember, 4% is a small swing. But over on Bybit, if you apply 10x leverage, then this was a 40% swing. That's why so many of my comments down below usually say that, well, people say that they made 100% or 200% or maybe even 500%. And that's because they are trading over on Bybit. And if you also want to trade over on Bybit, remember that I do have my link down below. You can get $600 if you use my link. If you sign up right now, you can get up to $600. You just use the voucher code that you can find below this video. And then you have all of the deposit requirements over on the platform. But essentially, you can trade Ethereum, you can trade Bitcoin and all of these coins. But let's talk about Ethereum, what is happening here. Well, it looks like Ethereum might be forming a channel here. Something like this. So this is what I'm watching currently. I think this is going to be interesting to watch, and we can also see that we do have this this yellow line coming up here. And if you hear any noises, that's because there are people right now. I'm living in I'm staying in a hotel. It's a big skyscraper, and people are right now, as I'm recording, cleaning the windows. So they're actually looking at me right now, which is a little bit weird, but they are looking at me right now, cleaning the windows. Shout outs to him. But essentially what we can see in the price right now of Ethereum is support and resistance like this. And essentially, if we break to the upside, obviously that's bullish for Ethereum. If we break to the downside, that's obviously bearish for Ethereum. And if we do break this support and this yellow support, then of course you can see that at the very, very least, we're most likely going to retest this green support box. That's very, very likely. Let's make a trade out of this, because I think that this could definitely be a trade to be made over on Bybit. So if we put this, let's say we break down here, something like this. I mean, all these entry points will depend on where we actually break. But let's say we break down here. Then this would be a trade of approximately, let's say we target $1,140 approximately. This would be a 4% trade. Not the biggest trade ever, but this could be something that we definitely can play over on Bybit. And if you didn't sign up to Bybit yet, make sure to do that right now. And remember, this big $600 bonus, it's not only for new users, it's also for every single person who ever signed up with my link. So if you signed up with my link, honestly, like 2 years ago, you can still just go over to Bybit and use or deposit according to the deposit requirements, and you will get this bonus. All right, so I think this was the Ethereum. I mean, we could also maybe talk about the bullish scenario, obviously. Let's see. If we break to the upside out of Ethereum, could we potentially call this a bull flag? I guess we could. We could. It doesn't look amazing. Let me just show you what I want to see in a bull flag. Let's say we have a line like this, and then we have another line like this, and we see, basically we want to see price explode quickly up and then take a breather like this, and then we're going to explode quickly up again. We want to see a very sharp uptrend. We don't want to see this. We don't want to see this and then this. This is not a bull flag. This is maybe just a descending channel, but it's not really a bull flag in my opinion. So this is like a gray area. This is a gray area thing. We could potentially call this a bull flag. And let's take a look at the target if we were to consider this a bull flag. You could maybe even pull this down all the way down here. Let's start with this and see what happens. If we see a break to the upside out of this bull flag, this would be a $1,373 target. And if we measure from this point to this point, then this would be a target of $1,329. So, okay, are we doing the conservative or the bullish one? Let's do this, put this at the point of a breakout. This could actually be a nice trade for us. So let's talk about this. Let's say we take profits somewhere up here. We want to make sure that we take a nice point. Yeah, that is a nice point because we do have some previous resistance right there. We want to always take profits slightly below resistance, preferably. So, which is already the case here. So yeah, let's take a look at this as a potential bullish trade in Ethereum against the US dollar over on Bybit. And you can see that the target here would be 1,330 approximately. So that would be a trade of 7.8%. That's a pretty big one. That's a good trade. So we can watch this. And of course, once again, this depends on where we break out. If we break out very, very far down, then of course the target is a little bit different. It all depends on where the breakout happens, as always, guys, as always. And in the past few days and weeks, we have had insane trades. We have been making fantastic gains together. Just to mention a few here, just in Ethereum, we made one trade right here, perfectly worked out. We made one trade right here, made fantastic gains. We made a short position right here, made fantastic gains. And we also yesterday made this trade right here. So we've had essentially all Ethereum trades have worked out perfectly. We didn't have one single loss in Ethereum, which has been actually amazing. Did we have one? No, we didn't have any loss here in Ethereum. Well, we did have this one that didn't meet the target. This is true. But if you actually came up here and sold somewhere here, then that was of course then you did well. But the target was all the way up here. This one also didn't meet the target, but it was still in profit. If you actually put up your stop loss in profit, then there you go. You actually were able to make some money there. Let's see, what do we have in Ethereum more than that? I think that's it for Ethereum. I mean, we do have many nice patterns here, and I like trading Ethereum because Ethereum, as you can see, usually does what you expect. Remember this ascending triangle broke out. This horizontal triangle also just broke out exactly as we expected. We don't always know exactly what direction, but like I've said before, that doesn't really matter. We only need to know that it is going to break out. That is the only thing that really truly matters.